afternoon. My name's Priyanka Agarwal. I'm a physician who's practiced at UCSF and have deep experience across the digital health, clinical, and life sciences worlds. I'm the co-founder and CEO at HealthEx, and I'm incredibly excited today to share with you our efforts at HealthEx, where our mission is to empower patients to do more with their health data at their place of care and at any address. Everybody at HLTH today is talking about AI. It's clear we have a generational opportunity to transform the way that we provide care. But we also need to talk about how do we unlock the data that's needed to train all these AI models. The obvious answer should be health systems, where the average health system today produces 50 petabytes of data. That's equivalent to over 50 billion digital photos on Facebook. Moreover, health systems have an ingrained role in our communities as trusted stewards of this health data. But what's the status quo? I can tell you from my own experience as a physician trying to do research in this space and work with patients that it's actually third-party vendors that are buying and selling patient data. That's right. And my data is being bought and sold every day by third-party vendors who have no relation to you or your health data. And at HealthEx, what we believe is that it should be you, your doctor, and your health system that ultimately decides how your health data is used for good. And so what we've done over the last 2 years is talk to health systems and their patients. And what we found is that the reason that data ownership and access in healthcare is broken is that patient consent is broken. And we've met many like-minded health systems who want to do more in this space. But what we found time and again is that the IT, security, and compliance teams are short-staffed and so can't do what's required to support these data access efforts at scale. And so at HealthEx, what we're all about is building a global consumer preference and consent platform for healthcare that we believe is a key to unlocking data access for good. And luckily, we like hard problems, and we're here to support both patients and health systems. So where we're starting is looking for all the places where both health systems and patients have said, it's just too hard. There, we simplify the user experience, often through the use of AI. And rather than talking about what we're all about, I want to walk you through a few examples. Okay, so here's an example of how patient-facing language is created through HealthEx. So the status quo at many health systems is consent writing teams who can spend 2 to 3 weeks writing a single informed consent. What HealthEx does is it ingests all of the long-form content that's used to generate these consents. We ingest them and we can create a user-friendly patient consent experience in 2 to 3 minutes rather than the 2 to 3 weeks it takes teams today. And so on the other side of this, what the patient sees, let's see if we can get this to come up, isn't the consents that we're all used to seeing, which is the walls of text that nobody understands. Instead, what we have is a user-friendly, mobile-optimized, engaging patient experience that also allows patients to ask questions in a really simple manner. And this drives the type of relationship that we want to set up between health systems and patients. And in case it wasn't obvious, this user flow was generated from a long-form 30-page consent, and it fulfills all of the legal requirements that are necessary today. And so once we support teams in creating the consents, after we support patients, on the other side of this, we then support the security and compliance teams that are so short-staffed today. And so we take an experience where typically today, compliance and legal teams are spending their days reading 50-page long legal documents, reading 30-page long consents, And instead, we have a queryable interface for these teams where they can ask questions. What's allowed as far as data access in a legal document, in a consent? We can answer those questions in a simple manner. We can generate reports. And what we've done is just massively increase the efficiency of these teams. And so on the other side of this, after health systems adopt our end-to-end platform, what we have is a way of more deeply engaging patients and creating a better relationship between health systems and patients, and driving efficiencies in all of the manual efforts that are required in data access today. And so the returns on this, on the other side of this, are obvious for any health system that's looking to do more with health data. And we fundamentally believe that our infrastructure and system is going to be key in driving more data access in a way that brings the patient along and includes their voice. And so what I want to leave you with is a sense of who we are and where we're going next. I'd love to show you a little bit of who's building the team. And here I have our leadership. My co-founder and CEO, Anand Raghavan, is here today. He was previously part of the founding team at BlueJeans Video Conferencing, and he took that team from small startup to acquisition by Verizon. Alongside, we're working very closely with General Catalyst. Hemant Taneja, who's the CEO at General Catalyst, is on our board. Steve Klasko, who's a former CEO of Thomas Jefferson and serves as an EIR at GC, is also serving as an advisor to HealthEx. What I love about GC is how deeply they're thinking about transformation in healthcare. Beyond the partnership with General Catalyst, we have a number of exciting partnerships that we're going to announce in the coming weeks and months with leaders in healthcare, including health systems and patient advocacy groups. Finally, I'm incredibly excited about the team that we've built today. This includes leaders from healthcare, technology, the life sciences. We have team members from BlueJeans, MyoKardia, Viva, Redox. These are all teams that have done transformational work in the healthcare space. And I'll end by saying that HealthEx is still very early in our journey. We want to talk with all of you that are taking on work in healthcare and in data access. We want to understand your problems and start the conversation. Also, we're in an incredibly celebratory mood today, having just announced our Series A funding that General Catalyst has led. And alongside, we have a launch party that we'd love for you to join. So please go to our website to find out more, and incredibly excited to be here, and thank you for your time today.